Every business has its own unique story. Stories brewed in early mornings and late nights, built by the hands of business owners chasing a dream. Here on Business Over a Brew, we bring those stories to you. I'm Nick Dark, and in each episode, we sit down with a local business person to explore what drives them, what challenges them, and what keeps them pouring their passion into our community. Because every local business contributes more than just products or services. They're the heartbeat of our neighborhoods. They're run by people who care deeply about their community, and their stories remind us why supporting local matters. So pour yourself a drink, take a seat, and let's learn from some of the best in our backyard, right here on Business Over a Brew, presented by the Riverbend Growth Association. And welcome to another episode of Business Over a Brew. I'm your host, Nick Dart. Thanks to the Growth Association for their sponsorship of the program. Pleased to be joined in this episode by Ellie Trombetta and Isaac Whitten of First Class Chripractic in Bethalto. Guys, thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So Ellie, let's start with you. We also have a guest here. If you want to introduce our special guest on the show, youngest guest ever, I think.
This is Thea. She is 14 months old. She is kind of with us everywhere, so she's here to join us today too.
An integral part of the business itself. Ellie, if you would just give us a quick, landscape of how you ended up in the chiropractic field.
Sure. So I started chiropractic school in January of 2020. So kind of not at the best time to start a program like that, but we made it work. But I had always been interested in health and wellness. I had been a trainer teaching classes, doing one-on-one training all throughout my undergraduate program as well. So kind of had a passion for it on that end of things. And then I actually got my degree in psychology and was going to school to get my master's degree in social work. And just was not a huge fan of it and kind of switched gears. So I started looking into fields that were more along the lines of the things that I enjoyed in my day-to-day life and found chiropractic. Did some research on it, went and toured the school, and just loved it right away. So I did some shadowing as well and kind of figured out where I wanted to go in terms of how I wanted to practice and pursue my education. So ended up graduating in August of 23. I finished my master's degree in nutrition and human performance in December of 24, a couple days after I had her. And I'm currently getting my master's degree in pediatric chiropractic. So.
And from Brighton originally?
Yes,
is that right?
I did. I grew up in Brighton. Yep,
okay.
I did.
Southwestern High School?
Sure, yep.
We live in the St. Louis area, so you must ask that question.
Yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
Yeah,
Southwestern for you? So.
Southwestern High School, and then I went to undergrad at UMSL, and I was at SLU for a little bit, and then we both went to Logan. So, yeah.
Isaac, how about you? Quick bio for you.
I am from Indianapolis, Indiana, proudly. I went to Ben Davis High School, which is a pretty large high school over in Indianapolis. And then after high school, I went to, in high school, junior high-ish is when I found out about chiropractic because I got injured wrestling.
Okay.
And that's where I kind of fell in love with chiropractic as a whole from the help that I received when I was injured. So out of high school, I found Greenville University in Illinois, who had a 3-in-3 program with Logan. So I could go there for 3 years, and then I would just transfer my credits over to Logan. But instead of doing that, I stayed at Greenville and played baseball for 4 years. Well, watched baseball. Privileged enough to watch from the bench, I suppose.
Watched in a uniform?
Yeah. So I did that for 4 years, and then I transferred over to Logan and finished up school there. And so I got my bachelor's in biology, and then I got my doctorate in chiropractic from Logan.
So we'll get back to all that, but I got to ask, being from Indiana, and we're in kind of Illinois Big Ten country here. Are your Indiana Hoosiers fan? Were you excited when they won the national championship?
Yes, I do have. I have some friends that went to IU, and I
trainer back and forth.
I always root for my friends, and they were
extra if I have to hold
this. So I was excited. It was an exciting moment, especially for a team with the the records that they've had.
Sure.
So
One of the more surprising national championships of all time.
absolutely,
But,
yes. I did.
Never
make sure
thought I
that
would see the
watched
day
it.
when IU won a football national championship. Anyway. So, we'll talk about. You mentioned you got injured. So let's just talk about that introduction to chiropractic for you. What was the injury, and did you try other things and then circle back to chiropractic, and that provided relief, or how did that transpire?
So I had pulled a muscle in my neck. I was really young, so the story might be a little hazy, but pulled a muscle in my neck, and I remember being not able to finish the tournament that I was in, and we were close to my grandma's house, so she put whatever she believes would help on it.
Sure.
And
Well, icy hot or something
Yeah.
like that, right? Yeah. Or some home remedy.
yep, and it did not help.
Right, sure.
But I still love her for it. So I don't believe that I tried anything else. I think that we were recommended chiropractic and it helped. So I didn't need to try anything else, and I liked that.
Sure. Well, and a lot of times I think people jump to other solutions potentially
Yes.
and maybe skip past chiropractic.
Oh,
when
yeah.
If you've had experience with it, it can be such a relief-giving thing.
Yes, absolutely. There's plenty of science behind it.
Sure.
So if anything, the touch of someone is therapeutic when it's done in a positive manner. So just us laying hands on you and being able to walk you through your ranges of motion and like how you should be able to move
Right.
is just therapeutic in itself. Having someone there for you is just nice.
Sure. And you mentioned how you should be able to move. I would say a pretty small percentage of the population is actually moving
Yes.
that way. Right now.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people that move the way they should be.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know that. I remember I did a talk in a group I'm in with one of your employees, and I talked about how movement shouldn't hurt.
Right.
You shouldn't just be in pain all the time. Like soreness, yeah. One of the people in the audience asked about, like, oh, what about old age? Yeah, you're going to be sore with old age and degeneration, but that soreness is not extended. It doesn't last days unless you're walking and it happens, and then you walk again and it happens again. So that is just not normal, and people need to understand that so that they can start working towards what normal is and not be in pain all the time.
Sure. Talk a little bit about the business model, because it's, I think, a little bit unique in terms of there's really, three things that are offered at least
Yes.
services in terms of the office. You got the chiropractic and the personal training, and then the massage as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So Heather is our massage therapist in the office, and
Heather has been a guest on this program, I believe. Yes.
Awesome. Yes, she also has a yoga studio. So she is well versed in the things that she does and loves, and we love that. So she has a room in our office, and she schedules her patients in there, and we let her do as she pleases, and she, I think, enjoys this being there.
Sure.
So we do. So that is offered through Heather's business, and then we offer through our businesses chiropractic care. So we have chiropractic in the office. And then when we bought the office, we knocked down some walls in there and we put in a little gym.
Mhm.
So then our personal training business could still operate while we were growing the chiropractic business. So we also offer personal training. Ellie is certified personal trainer through NASM, and we're big about being certified for the things that we do.
Sure.
So we make sure that she keeps up on her certifications and everything for personal training. Sorry, that threw me off a little
Sure.
bit.
Ellie had to step out to take care of the 14-month-old.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
No, it happens. So.
So we offer the chiropractic care in office, and then additionally the personal training. Ellie, after graduation, began her nutrition master's that she spoke about a little bit, so that we could offer nutrition counseling to our patients as well. and our clients as well if they need that.
So really, and a lot of chiropractic I know has talked about this and, tried to get away from the perception of, yeah, well, fix your back or whatever. It's really a holistic health approach to the office, it sounds like.
Yeah, absolutely. There are the philosophy of chiropractic in itself is amazing, and it can absolutely stand on its own, and people are very successful with it standing on its own, and it's good care on its own. There are things that you can add to it, like personal training and different workouts to stabilize the core and things of that nature. There are some chiropractors that offer supplements in their office, and things of that nature. So yeah.
Is that a route you guys have gone down, the supplement route, or?
We have a supplier. We aren't big on pushing products on the patients.
Sure.
You get paid for it.
Right. Full disclosure.
Yeah. So we don't want to have that influence on our patients. We want to keep it to where it's just benefiting what they do, what they want in their life. If they don't want to take supplements, we're not going to push supplements, but we do have a supplement supplier. And if patients come in and ask about it, we 100% will order those supplements for them. We do a ton of research. We have not stopped going to school since we've started, so Ellie's finishing up her master's in pediatric chiropractic, and I am doing another doctorate in healthcare professions education. So we do a lot of research, and we know how to do a lot of research. So when our patients come in and give us a problem that they may be having and they want supplements, then we'll definitely look into that and supply those for them.
Talk about the holistic approach, and this might be a little bit of a curveball, but I just wonder about your philosophy and how sleep fits into all that. Especially with a 14-month-old, I guess, for you personally.
Sleep is very important. We love a good nap in our home, especially for the little one.
Right.
Usually when it's nap time, we're working, so sleep is important. Your body heals when you sleep, and if you're not sleeping, it takes away the ability to heal in that time, right? So when you're sleeping, your body is regenerating.
Right.
Because you're not doing anything, you're not putting any wear and tear on your body, any intense wear and tear on your body while you're sleeping. So it has time to heal and repair itself and regenerate so that you can wake up the next day and tackle another intense day of owning a business and having a baby and doing all the things that you have to do in a day.
How can chiropractic and personal training, fit into with that, and then maybe help with the people that struggle to fall asleep?
Yeah.
Not saying me, I do.
Being able to understand your body is a big part of being able to relax. If you don't know how you relax, then you can't ever relax, right? So if you're always worked up, you're always tense, you're always tight, and your back is always hurting, you're always angry.
Tough to sleep.
It's tough to sleep.
Sure.
You start to rely on other things to sleep, and that isn't necessarily beneficial because your body needs to rely on itself to sleep so it can properly heal.
Right.
So being able to get in tune with your body, being able to get out of that pain, being able to relax a little bit goes a long way when you're trying to sleep at the end of the day.
I mean, there really is, and maybe you don't think about it, but that there is such an emotional connection between being in pain and like it does kind of make you angry sometimes, or frustrated maybe is a better word.
So my dad is a therapist in Indiana, so we always have great conversations about the things that you do to your body and how that impacts you and like your mental, right? So when you're going through hard times, it's great to have someone to talk to so you're not just angry all the time and you're not tense and you're not just frustrated,
Right. I think especially, and you don't know this yet, but as you get older, you probably know it because you've studied it and researched it, but you don't have firsthand experience like I do. But as you get older, and I just turned 49, there's that emotional frustration of, man, I didn't used to feel this way. It's just like it adds on, like I'm aging, you know.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. It gets rough. I talked to my mom the other day because her mom's aging.
Sure.
And she's angry about it, and that was the conversation I had to have with my mom, saying, yeah, that she's gonna be mad, and she's just not ready, and she knows that she's there, which it's a sad thing, but it's life.
Sure,
Unfortunately,
it happens, right?
Yep.
So, hey, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. I want to talk more about the business side of things and the business model and kind of what you've learned in the time that you've been open. So, quick break, and back with more with Dr. Isaac after this.
Nick Dar here with Big Z Media. Hope you enjoy the episodes of Business Over a Brew, and pleased to have the Riverbend Growth Association as the sponsor of this program. Our missions are kind of the same. Really, we're attempting to educate people about business, foster business in the Riverbend community. The Big Z has been a member of the Growth Association forever, probably back to our inception as a company almost. We have always been members of the Growth Association, have gotten a lot of benefits from it. There's so many networking opportunities you can take advantage of. I've met so many great people just because I've been a member of the Growth Association and taken advantage of all the events that they have, plus just some of the resources they provide you, the relationships you build. Just lots of great reasons to join the Growth Association. They do a lot of great things in the community as well. They highlight a different nonprofit every month. So really, they're just invested in the community here, and especially the small business community, which is what Business Over a Brew is really all about, which is helping the small business community, because it's so important to any community to have a thriving business community. And the Growth Association has really helped with that. If you want more information about joining or events that might be coming up, they have events all the time that you should definitely take advantage of. I'm going to give you the website to go to. Just head to growthassociation.com. You can get a membership directory. You can see who's taking advantage of it. You can see about the events that are there, learn more about possibly becoming a member. Or if you already are a member, you can find out what's going on with the Growth Association at growthassociation.com. So just again, big thank you to the Riverbend Growth Association for sponsoring Business Over a Brew.
Speaking with Dr. Isaac Witten from First Class Chiropractic, Dr. Ellie Trombetta was with us. She had to step out with the baby. So I talk a little bit about, I'm curious at Logan, because there's quite a few, proximity is close to us, so I probably most of the chiropractors around here went there. Talk about that education piece on the business side of things that maybe you get there, or is it just all chiropractic and you're on your own to learn the business side of things?
Yeah, it's mostly just chiropractic. You
Right.
kind of get thrown into the wolves if you want to do business on your own. There are classes that do help with like understanding that you are going to get taxed on every person you see, and
Sure.
that you need to save that money. And
But I'm sure their primary concern is making sure that you know what you're doing from
Yes.
from the health standpoint.
Yeah.
And because that's obviously the most critical factor
Yes.
of the education piece there.
Absolutely. A lot of people don't understand or don't realize how much schooling that we have to go through.
Right.
How many tests we have to take. I know I see a lot of people online say like, oh, they're not even accredited, which isn't true. We do have accreditation boards, which
It's a strenuous program.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
it's definitely not easy. And then once you're done with school, while you're in school, you can take your board exams as you're going along. So then once you're done with school, you can be done with your board exams, which I think might be a little bit different than how MDs do it. I'm not going to say that
Sure.
it is different because I'm not too knowledgeable on that, which could be a difference in perspective of some people.
Right. Well, talk about the business side of things then, because obviously you come out and you feel like you probably prepared on the chiropractic side of things, but maybe not so much on the
Yes.
business side of things,
Not
right?
at all. It was an adventure. We got lucky to meet Dr. Hoover, who was the previous
Sure,
doctor
right.
there. And then he bought the business from his mom, so that had been there for 80 years.
Right.
And being able to take over that was super cool, and being able to continue that on was nice. But getting into it, there wasn't there wasn't really help, mostly because we didn't reach out to anyone to help. We didn't get any coaches or anything of that sort.
Right.
Because that costs money.
Sure.
And sometimes you just don't have that.
YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. So starting the business and everything was a little difficult, just getting back on our feet and understanding the things that we needed to do and get in order, but like for taxes and things of that sort.
Sure.
We tried while we were starting to get in with insurances so that we could take insurance, and that might have been one of the hardest things about starting the business, was attempting to do that. So we chose not to, but then we lowered our costs.
So it's insurance free at your office? Is
Yeah,
that
we don't
okay.
take any insurance
Gotcha.
other than Medicare. So if anyone is 65, I think it is, or older, then we take Medicare for those patients.
I think, just talking to some other chiropractors, I mean, it's really got to be, not to go up on a soapbox about healthcare costs, but it's got to be such a mess in terms of what the doctors get paid, and it's really, you're probably in some ways better off not taking it at the moment, at least.
And we're lucky that we are able to do that.
Right.
Some people are not able to, and then you're at the will of that insurance company for some.
Sure. In terms of what's covered, what's not covered,
what you are allowed to do, what you aren't allowed to do. There's like electrical stimulation is a great thing, and sometimes insurance doesn't cover that.
Mm-hmm.
So how are the doctors that are starting out going to afford to have a unit like that,
right,
when insurance just doesn't pay for it?
And you probably, in most cases anyway, don't know that ahead of time. So
Yeah.
Once you've administered it, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah. If you aren't prepared, we do learn a lot about insurance in school. So they do prepare us to deal with the insurance side of things. But if you did not pay attention or you did not remember in that portion of schooling, because it's a lot, you learn a lot in school, then you do get out and you are kind of screwed if you charge them, because it gets weird what you can and can't charge for once you start taking insurance, because you can't have two different billing cycles. You can't bill one person something that has insurance and someone else that doesn't.
Right.
You have to charge everyone the same thing, which is unfortunate for the people that don't have insurance, because the people that do, the doctor would get paid, say you charge $50, the doctor would get paid $30, and then you're not just getting.
One of the switching gears a little bit. One of the topics that is on a lot of people's minds. A lot of conversation about AI, technology. What impact have you seen in the business on that side of things, from the tech side of things? Is there anything that has helped you, or anything to just I'm not quite ready to adopt that yet?
On the business side, there are great things that AI can do, especially when you're trying to get your books together and things of that nature.
Right.
I personally do not use AI. I believe that helping others is the best thing that you can do.
Sure. Yeah.
And once you understand the damage that AI can do to a community,
right,
it's hard to justify using it for images and things of that sort that some people can just make without the use of AI. So that's my opinion on it.
Thanks for your perspective on that.
And it's hard for me to have grown up and wanted more for myself and wanted needs met that may not have been, to see others struggle because I wanted to produce a picture of a dog high-fiving a chicken or something.
It's gotten out of hand.
Yeah,
sure.
I do. There is 100% a place for AI in making jobs easier.
Sure.
And I think it would be great to make people's lives easier and make people's jobs easier. I do think it's gotten a little out of hand.
Yeah, I think just if you could put a warning label on it, like use with caution.
Yes.
There are some things it's good for, and we've experimented with it here in a lot of different ways, and have learned, okay, we like this, we don't like this, here's a good way to use it, here's a not good way to use
absolutely.
it. So, but I do think you have to at least be thinking about it, educating yourself about it, because it's probably not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be, knowing how to use it is going to be a valuable skill
Absolutely.
in the future. And you know, the hope is, for me anyway, like that it doesn't replace people or replace jobs,
Yes.
but it enhances it and maybe makes a job easier, to where instead of now having to do accounting work or tax work, I can focus on
Exactly.
what I really like to do.
Yes, I think that it would be a huge benefit of AI, and if it can stay on that track, I think it would be excellent
Sure.
to absolutely implement into your company. And having a media company would be great for it, right? Being able to structure things the way you want without trying to put something somewhere and it ending
Sure.
up in your whole screen.
It is scary though. Like, I mean, I think about it especially on the media landscape and the political landscape, of how easy it would be to take use someone else's voice and put words in their mouth,
Mhm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to where it could be totally not true at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, or the other side of that, of saying, you say something that you wish you hadn't said as a politician, and say that was fabricated, somebody used AI to do that. I'm sure we've probably already seen that
Yes.
defense and just
Not
don't
even
know it.
politician. I mean,
Yeah.
It's more than just politicians.
Sure.
Even business owners are doing it, and
Right.
things of that nature. When they
Maybe
get
I could
burned.
use it with my wife and say, I think, I didn't mean to say that. I'm pretty sure somebody
Yeah,
used
I-
AI to generate that message that was sent to.
I did not make that post.
No,
That
I was not
somebody
me.
else.
Right. Let's talk about, what's a misconception about the industry or the business that really kind of drives you nuts?
That it's dangerous. About the chiropractic business,
Right, yeah, chiropractic,
Okay.
yes.
That it's dangerous.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people fearmonger chiropractic, and it keeps people away from it,
Right.
and that ultimately takes away from their well-being. So, chiropractors do the same thing. So, to like about MDs and things of that nature, saying that, oh, don't do this, don't do that.
Right.
Our belief is there's a time and place for everything.
Sure.
If we were to live in a place where medicine wasn't real, we wouldn't live as long. That's
Right.
just the way it is. Chiropractic has been around for a very long time. And
Where do the roots trace back to, by the way? Because it does, as you mentioned, it's not like something new that just popped
yeah,
up.
yeah. So it's old. And it's traced back. So originated magnetic healing is where it would have started from and branched off of that. You have the Palmers you have the school, Palmer University, who is also a chiropractic university in Iowa. Davenport, Iowa is where it started. And it was B.J. Palmer and his son. B.J. Palmer might have been the son. The names get confused.
Sure.
for me.
Right.
I know they were the Palmers.
You didn't know I was going to give you a pop quiz.
And
I feel
no,
bad
you're
about
fine.
that.
And the first documented chiropractic adjustment was an adjustment, I want to say, on the ear, and it was
Really?
an individual that was having trouble hearing, and the adjustment helped, and the guy could hear again. And then that is kind of how it continued, and a lot of people did think it was just voodoo magic, and
Right.
then there was a lot of research that got put into it.
Sure.
And that kind of took that idea away, but some people still believe that it is, and some people just still believe that it is, and it's hard to convince people otherwise until they come in. And
I would just suggest try it. It's
Yep.
been helpful to me in my life for sure. As we wrap up here, just a couple more questions. What's one thing that you would like everybody to know about the practice?
We are still growing.
Mhm.
If you guys are scared to go to a chiropractor, if you're nervous, give us a call. We will sit down with you. We have the time to sit down with you to have a conversation about what chiropractic is
Right.
and what we do. There's the activator method was founded by Dr. Furr. and it uses a tool. So there's not all of the pops and the cracks that happen. It uses more of the speed side of the philosophy.
I kind
of
of like the
chiropractic.
pops and the cracks. It makes me feel
And
like
so
something's happening.
Yeah, then that's totally okay, and we will give that to you if that's what you want.
Sure, that's what I want.
But if anyone's nervous or scared, we will sit down and we will have a conversation with you and just talk. And if you're nervous of the pops and cracks, we'll show you the other methods.
Sure.
And we'll walk you through it, and we will be your friend. We'll be there for you. We won't just abandon you. And we'll explain to you that you might be sore the next day. It might feel like you just had a workout.
Right. It's not going to be a miracle like you're going to,
Yeah.
oh, wow, I feel great.
Yeah, and that it takes time.
I think it's good to get the perspective of somebody who's, relatively started a business relatively recently, in terms of what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs out there, maybe thinking about starting a business, or maybe they've started one and they're struggling.
Yeah, don't stop talking about it. I had a conversation the other day with someone, and I was telling them that don't stop talking about yourself.
Right.
Always hype yourself up. Don't do it in a way where you're trying to overshine other people or be better than other people, but don't put down your achievements. Let people know that you have a doctorate. Let people know that you own a company. Let people know that you exist and that you're a person and that you care about them and you're going to do good work because you care about them.
That's great advice. I'm going to add another piece of advice that I've taken to recently personally, because I love to listen to podcasts and read books and watch YouTube videos about business and learn more about it. But something I've done recently that's probably been, that it has a lot of value, I think, is turning off the screen, turning off everything, and just think about what you want to do with your business. Like because it's easy to get a lot of voices in your head, I think, of, well, this person had a lot of success doing it this way, and maybe I could emulate that. And there's certainly, value in copying what successful people do, but also, I think that turning off the screen and thinking about it for yourself allows you to blaze your own trail a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've been trying to be conscious about recently, is just, okay, let's just let my brain process it and function and think about it, about where we're going, and not have outside voices. And not just podcasts and books, but friends and collaborations. And those are all great. I appreciate all those voices, but sometimes you need to listen to your own voice too.
And that's one thing that we do is provide what you wish was provided for you.
Sure.
So we have a little free food pantry out in the front of our office that we try and restock every day if it gets empty, which we're always taking donations for.
Sure.
And then Ellie started the Mommy and Me classes after having Thea and seeing that there wasn't much support for moms. She started the Mommy and Me classes, and it's really just provide what you wish was provided for you. Give back what you wish was given to you.
Well, Isaac, I appreciate you coming on the show. Hopefully we don't see a big spike in the first couple minutes when Ellie and Thea were here, and then a big drop-off after they had to leave. But enjoyed the conversation. If people want to learn more about you or schedule an appointment, where can they go to do that?
Our website's firstclasschiropractic.com, and you can find all of our information on there. Give us a call whenever. We will answer. We live right next to the office,
awesome.
So more than likely we will show up for you.
Cool. Anything else you want to mention before we wrap it up?
Not at the moment. I appreciate you guys having us on and the ability to talk about business a little bit with you.
Enjoyed it, Isaac. Thank you very much. Best of luck to you, and we'll have you back on again soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Business Over Brew. If you'd like to support local business, first and foremost, shop local whenever you can. Secondly, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the show in whatever form you consume it would mean the world to us. To watch more episodes, visit businessoverbrewpodcast.com.